Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flyers RC. All right, welcome to the assembly of the Dynam ME262 version 3, sent to me by FPV Builds and Tech up in West Babylon, New York. Anthony, hi, how you doing? All right, we're going to get started, and I'm going to be doing this build because Dynam planes take a little bit longer to put together. There's some gluing and some measuring. There's little things you have to do. Maybe no measuring, but some gluing you got to do, some set time. And so what I'm going to be doing is, like I've seen a lot of build videos, because I watch people's videos too. And I'm going to be suspending the camera above, and you're going to have a view below, and you'll be able to see what I'm doing. And if I come across anything, then I'll make a motion like with my thumb to tell me in editing to stop the fast forward, because I'm going to fast forward slowly through the stuff, or fast forward through the stuff, and then when I come across stuff that you need to know about, you'll see me put my thumb up, and that'll tell me, hey, pause, slow the fast forward down, and I'll be talking about it. But I'm going to be doing it all in real time, but I'll edit, because otherwise it'll be a 3-hour video, and my last name's not Phillips. Sorry, no offense, Brian. So, all right, so let's get to it. All right. The first thing you're going to want to do, okay, is you're going to have to glue on your elevators, okay? So I've already done this already, but I'm going to just show you. I take a little sanding block, these foam ones, which are great. Don't do it on the hinge part, do it on the foam part. And I like to rough that up, okay? Blow on it, get the debris off. Now here's one I haven't done. Here's the unpainted surface, okay? Don't mess with the wire, okay? That just removes that excess paint off of there. Okay, that's all I'm doing is I'm blowing that. I want a good, strong connection. Okay, now, while we're here, let me pause for just a minute. All right, while we're here, I want to take a servo tester, and I want to check the control surfaces, okay, especially this elevator, because once I hook this in, I'm going to be gluing it in, I would then have a dickens of a time trying to. Okay, so I know that one's going to work. Okay, I would have a dickens of a time trying to replace that servo because I've already glued the wing in, or glued that part in. So I'll make sure everything's working before I do it. And while I'm not, just for giggles, let's go ahead and do the rudder. Okay, all right, so now we know that all three of them surfaces are going to work. Now, I can't talk. Interestingly enough, you're only going to be using six screws to put the whole plane together. All right, you want to grab your fuselage. Okay, now if you looky there, you got all these leads, and they are labeled. Okay, got a piece of tape in there holding them all in. Okay, gonna want to get a hold of them, pull them out. Okay, get them ready to go. I should put that off the side. Let's go ahead, grab our rudder. Okay, and you're gonna grab, oh, you know what? Let's do this too, because this is where this is going to glue. Let's go ahead and rough that up. That paint's on there. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little screwdriver there. Gives a little more surface area for the elevator to adhere to. Now, you're going to want to test fit everything. Okay, see it's got that protrusion right there. That's just going to glue in there. Then that wire is going to fit down that channel there. You're going to take this wing spar, fit that through there, and go ahead and get your factory glue that came with it, which is the Dynam Chinese glue, which is awesome. Actually, it's some of the best glue you're ever going to get. Okay, and let's just go ahead and douse that in there. Well, if there's any glue in it. Okay. The light blue side is what goes down. And I'm going to fit that together. Pull it apart, let it get stringy. Fit that back in there again. Okay. Take that wing spar. It has a stopping point. Okay. I'm going to take my thumbnail. I'm going to start fishing that line into that channel. It only goes in on sideways. So once you get it started, it's not too hard to do. Okay. Yeah, see what I mean? Side of Maine, green jean, jelly bean. Okay. Get that in there. Okay. All right. The other thing you can do is take one of these little screwdrivers. Just kind of push that in there and run that screwdriver along to feed that through. Now, what I like to do is take that glue and put just a little bead in there. Okay, just a little bead in there. Hold them wires in. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to turn this over. Okay, take my glue. If I can get some to come out. They must know there's not much in these little tubes. They have a little pin in there, and that's what you press in to open the glue. Okay. Okay. I'll go ahead and put just a little bit on this side too. I don't know if I did on the other side, but it'll be okay. It'll be all right. This is good glue. Go ahead and put that in there. Pull it apart. See it being stringy there. Press that back in like that. Run my finger around there. You could use hot glue if you wanted to. But why? This glue here works just fine. All right, and then I'm going to take my thumbnail. Start getting that lined up in there. That wire there. Okay. Take my handy dandy screwdriver and I'm pushing that wire up in there like that. Okay, then I'm going to take some of that glue and just put me a little bit of a bead there. Okay. Just kind of hold it in place. Keep it from going anywhere. All right, these are metal geared servos, by the way. All metal gear. So, and when you're done, so you should have a nice, all right. Now, I'll set that off to the side for just a moment. Now, here's a pro tip with Dynam planes. You're going to want to let your screws go in first, let them hang from the underside. So, in other words, I'm going to turn my fuselage over. You're going to take 2 of these. These are I think 25 millimeter. They're the only 2, the shortest of the 2 screws, and you're going to want to drop them down. Now take a magnetic screwdriver and guide them all the way through, because there's some foam debris in there. You want them to go all the way through, and you want them poking out to where you can see them on the underside. Okay. They got to go all the way through there. Okay. All right. There, I can now feel. See? There they are. All right, so I'm going to lay that sideways. Actually, I'm going to grab a small plane stand from FPV Builds. Okay. And I'm going to put that on the plane stand. Okay. And I know when I'm doing these things, I keep saying, okay, 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 over and over and over again. All right, I'm going to want this to hang off the edge a little bit. Okay, so let me reposition you a little bit. Okay, all right. That's where I'm putting my screw in. All right, now those screws are in there. Hopefully they're not going to fall out. Okay, now you've got elevator, elevator, and rudder all labeled. Well, right here, you've got the same thing. You've got them all labeled, E to E, R to R. Okay, so just go ahead, grab my R, and remember, you're going to, polarity is key. If you don't hook this up correctly, it's not going to work for you. Okay, yellow to yellow, light to light, dark to dark. That's always the rule. Light to light, dark to dark. Okay. This is a little fiddly. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, it's a little bit fiddly. Okay, making sure that's light to light, dark to dark. See, I've been so busy making films before, and I didn't really pay attention to polarity. And I'm like, wait a minute, I know I hooked it up. How come it didn't work out right? Well, that's because I was busy paying attention. I didn't have it light to light, dark to dark. If you just remember, light to light, dark to dark, you won't have any problem. Now you can go in there and grab these leads from in here, well, see them over here, my hand over here. You can grab everything, and you can fish it on through. Okay. And that's just going to fit in there like pieces of a puzzle. Alrighty. And because we've already checked it, we know everything works. And see how that just fits together nice and purty? Nice and purty. And I got this hanging off because of this rudder, or because of this other half of the elevator. Now I can, since I've already got them screws lined up, let me turn it upside down actually. Make sure I got bite. Baby got bite. Okay. All right, I'm looking down, looking in there towards that. I'm putting my hand on the underside. I'm hoping that's lining up. I can't tell. Well, you know what? I got a lousy screwdriver right there. Let me grab a different screwdriver. Let me get something better. Something that's better. Like, not like that. Hold on just a moment. Hold on. Okay. Sometimes just by simply pulling the parts back, the screws back out, and pushing and then putting it back together is all it takes to get them lined up. And that is in there. Okay, that ain't going anywhere. All right. Okay, so now we have our tail feathers. Now, let's just go ahead, and while we're here, just as precautionary, let's go ahead and grab these leads, okay? Make sure they didn't, when I was putting that in out, I'm going to make sure I didn't disconnect anything before I go any further. So I'm going to grab the elevators. They're both working. And I'm going to grab the rudder. All right, there you go. So now I know that I can proceed, that everything on this end of the airplane is working just fine. Okay. Turn our airplane over. Actually, we're going to take fuselage off to the side. Okay. And we're going to turn our attention to the wings. To the wings. Now, for this step here, I highly suggest you use a pillow or something big and bulky and soft. Put a blanket down or something like that, because the wing surface is going to be pressing down, okay, on the table. And I've got all these tools and everything. All right, go ahead and undo your stuff, okay? Now this wing just bolts on, so I'm not too worried if some things aren't right, that I'm not too worried about if it's not working right. I can take them off and fix it, okay? But you know what, just for giggles, let's go ahead and check the aileron, okay? See down there, it's working, okay? And check the flap. See, it's working. All right, extend the gear, maybe. Oh wait, that's right. You got to have that controller hooked up for them to work. Okay, all right. While you're here, you're going to want to grab this here. Okay, one red hooks up. Okay, one black hooks up. Now you've got some exposed brass here, okay? We need to address that. I don't have any electrical tape. The biggest thing is you just don't want it to touch anything. So you just got to be covered, okay? So all I'm going to do is just simply take some tape. There's some fiber tape here. And I'm going to go ahead and that's just to keep the connections together, but also to keep anything from touching it. Because a little piece of metal or something touch it, now you're shorted your plane up, you know, you shorted things out, and that's not good. That is what you call the beginning of a very bad day. Okay. Go ahead and do that. Got this side prepared. Okay. Turn our wing over, which I'm loving the finish on this thing. And we're going to drape this up on top of the wing here. Okay, I'm going to grab one wing spar. These are identical. They're identical wing spars, so it doesn't matter. Okay, we're going to fish that through. And you just want to always put in a wing spar in a twisting motion. Don't know why, it just works. It has a very definite stopping point. All right, I'm going to set that wing off to the side. All right, now we got this wing. We got this wing here. Just a wing here. Okay, I know I said I was going to do fast forwarding through this, but nah. I decided, no, it's fine. It's fine, it's good. All right, test our flap. Make sure it's working. Yep. Okay. Test our aileron. Make sure it's working. Okay, it's working. Now, same thing. Go ahead and get all this stuff together. Okay. Take your, oh, that's right. We're going to need the other wing. And now we're going to mate these two sides together. Okay. Again, take all your stuff and pull it on top of the wing. Take all this stuff, pull it on top of the wing. Okay. Well, if I can get it to stay there. It's a little easier said than done. You might have to brace part of your body, or even put one end. Well, I don't want to put the wing on the end of the floor because it might snap the end of the wing. Just be careful. Don't be in a big hurry. Kind of rock it back and forth until they get together there. Keep an eye on your wires. Make sure everything stays up and out of the way. Okay. Should have your pieces of a puzzle. All right, now we're here. Let's go ahead and join the black wire and this other red wire. Okay. Go ahead and do my little tape thing so the exposed brass doesn't touch anything. Now that is a miss on Dynam's part for sure, but I've seen that in everything. Okay. Okay. This will also, I love this fiber tape. Hard to find though. I mean, for me it's hard to find. Maybe you can say, well, I saw it at Home Depot last week, but yeah. Okay, while we're here, hold on. Again, making sure this channel's open. Nothing's going to get see them pieces of puzzle coming together there. Come together. They coming together, man. All right. While we're here, we'll grab. We're going to grab this aileron. This is the aileron Y. Go ahead and hook it up. Grab the other aileron from the other side. It's labeled A. Remember polarity. Light to light, dark to dark. Okay. Okay. Now, make sure the connections are good. Okay. All right. Both my ailerons are working. Lay that off to the side. Now, I'm going to take my flap. Okay, polarity, light to light, dark to dark. Flap, light to light, dark to dark. Doesn't matter who makes the servo or how it's configured, okay? It's always going to be the same rule. Light to light, dark to dark. Can I say it again? Light to light, dark to dark. All right, there's my flaps working. Okay, so that's taken care of. Now, these other items are the plug into the new generation of controller, so we're going to have to leave them loose. We'll hook them up once we get them in the fuselage. We're using this item here. Okay, so here's this. You can see now, you understand why I had this put on a pillow. All right. Now, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to take our fuselage. Okay, we're going to put it upside down. See that big honking hole there? Okay, that big honking hole, and that term I love to use is big honking. Okay, I'm now going to fish. You can't really see it. I'm going to fish everything through that hole. Okay, Making sure all my little pieces, including that EC5 connector and the gear and everything, is fishing through that hole. Okay. Making sure and this is kind of heavy because I got 2 motors, I got 4 servos, gear, you know, everything. All right, that's going to sit down in that saddle. Now you're going to want to pick it up and look in the side, kind of keep an eye, making sure that you're not pinching anything, okay? Turn it, don't worry about so much about the hooking the wings up just yet. What I want to do, turn the model over, and I want to make sure that I've got everything hanging out here, okay? Nothing seems like it's pinched. It's pulling through there. I can see the tops of the wires there. Okay, oh, well, see now right there. See, that was pinched. Okay. There. Now, everything is cleanly coming up through that trough, so I know I don't have anything pinched. All right, so let's identify ourselves. We've got our ailerons there. Okay. Got our flap here. Lay it off to the side. Okay. Okay, so there's our aileron, there's our flap. Let's start looking at these lights. Okay. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lights. Okay, now, then you got this controller. Okay, with this controller, big 4-prong thing plugs in here. Okay, it tells you negative, positive, negative, positive, and look what you have here. Okay, look, you got positive, negative, so I'm going to turn it over. So now I've got negative, positive, negative, positive, light, dark, light, dark. Okay, so that's how it's going to plug in. So after all is said and done, okay, you got dark, light, you got brown, red, dark, light, dark, light. Okay, so the brass here should be on the underside. This is on the top side. There you go. Put that back in there. We've got this ready to go. All right, I'm going to put the lid on. Okay. All righty. Now, you're going to put your pilot in there, glue him in. He's going to turn it, you got to twist him in. You're going to put the decals for the dashboard in there. And then you're going to glue that on with the provided glue. And put your decals on according to the diagram. But that's pretty much the basic build, very basic assembly of the Dynam. Oh, I got to put the, you know what we didn't do? We didn't put the wing, we didn't attach the wing permanently. Well, semi-permanently. We didn't put the wing bolts in. We got to do that. That we got to do. That's got to happen. Okay. Yeah, because it's just sitting on there. All right. See, now you can understand the value of me putting that pillow down. Okay, there. When I start seeing these structures starting to crinkle in a little bit, then I know that they're there. I know it's seated. Okay. That wing's on there. By golly. That wing is on there. All right. It ain't going nowhere. All right. There you go. Like I say, you're just going to take your pilot, put him in there. You got to, because he fits in there tight, so you got to turn him like that, and then glue that on there like that with that provided glue. And that, folks, is the basic assembly of the Dynam ME262 version 3. Thank you so much for watching, FPV. Thank you for working our deal. And can't wait to get this in the air. God bless y'all. And don't forget, faith, family, and friends, God is good, and Dynam jets. Bye-bye. Oh, real quick. I want to give you a real quick, don't go anywhere. Update on that Dynam Spitfire. Yes, the retracts were bad. One kept messing up, the other one messed up. I didn't want to mess with Anthony because everything comes out of his back pocket, so I got a hold of Dynam. And they're sending me out new retracts. Their new version 3 retracts with that controller you got in this one, and they work a whole lot better. I got them in some of the other Dynam planes, and they're sending them out to me. So what's that tell you about them? They are trying their darndest to come back and be a real contender. So, and this is proof of it right here. If this thing flies as good as it went together and as good as it looks, I'm in for a treat. All right, bye y'all.